Ashworth and I work at Deanston Primary School in Stirlingshire. Last year I was teaching a primary 4 to 7 class and we were doing a mini topic on microbes. As part of this, I decided to follow the TAPS assessment plan for yeast. We were focusing on the skill of prediction, and we were talking about how yeast grows best, the best conditions for growing yeast. So we were mixing yeast with warm water and sugar, measuring the gas produced by the size of the balloon on top of the water, on top of the bottle. So there was plenty of information on the activities, how to adapt it, the questions I could use to support, and then very importantly at the bottom, there was assessment indicators, so I would know at the end of the lesson how well my class had met the assessment. We worked this out as a class, so we asked a big question, we thought about the kinds of things we could change, we chose the one that we would change to make our test fair, and we talked about how we would measure. Then the class were sent to write the prediction on their own. This is an example of a primary 6 pupils' work. Zoomed in, you can see the prediction was the more yeast was more gas. So they had the basic idea, but after reading the assessment indicators, I felt that they need to be more specific about why more yeast meant there was going to be more gas and what they would hope to see during the experiment to tell. Another primary 6 work, this time it says depending on how much yeast is in each bottle, the larger the balloon will grow. So this pupil did understand that the amount of yeast would affect the size of the balloon, but they were not specific about whether more or less yeast would increase the amount of gas and the size of the balloon. So I think there was more detail needed there. We had a cross-curricular link. We put all our information on a spreadsheet. So we were able to record our data very well organized. The children also took this data and they made their own bar charts to show which bottle produced the biggest balloon, and they knew which amount of yeast was in each bottle. We worked with the spreadsheet again and we made graphs in the spreadsheet, and we were able to compare the efficiency of the different ways of making a graph, how easy it was to make the graph or change the type of graph with the digital tools, which was a great link. My conclusion at the end of the lesson was that there was much more further work needed to be done on writing clear predictions. The children hadn't really detailed why they thought the more yeast would make a difference to the gas or what that difference would be. So we're going to do some more work on that. Or they didn't talk about how they would know that their prediction was correct. And we did manage to take a little video, a time-lapse video of our yeast in action, which was another great way of linking in some digital tools. So it was a really lovely experiment, really easy to do, well laid out for me as a teacher, and really easy to assess because it was made clear how I would know which children had achieved. And I now know that I need to go back and do a bit more work on how to write a great prediction.